Can I put together an entire running kit for under $50 using Temu? Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I am glad you are here today. Today we are going to be talking about Temu, which a lot of people have been talking about. If you're not familiar with it, then you may be familiar with sites like AliExpress or Wish.com. They're the type of things that just have warehouses of off-brand generic goods, and they will send them out to people for very, very cheap prices. So since a lot of people are talking about Temu, I decided that I would check and see if maybe I could put together an entire running kit for under $50. Now, if you look right over here, this is a screenshot of everything that I ordered from Temu.com. And if you add it up, you see that the price, in fact, does come to below $50. Well, I got the shipment in the mail today, and here it is. Now, let me start off by saying the fact that this comes in a plastic bag does not inspire confidence. I am impressed with the sustainability of this, that this is probably a little better for the environment than all the big cardboard boxes, but still, when you order as much stuff as I did and it comes in one small plastic bag like this, it doesn't speak too highly for the quality of the product, but let's see what we've got. First off, we have this smartwatch made by Lomax FR, it looks like. This is supposed to be a generic Apple Watch type watch, so let's take a look at what's inside. They really do not want you to open this box. So this is what you get inside with please charge before use, and you get this little set of instructions. This is the LaFun Health smartwatch for anybody who's keeping track. So I have heard stories of people buying watches off of these sites, and it's really hard to get them to connect to your phone, but we'll give this a shot and see what happens. Next up, we have these short compression socks by Flower Rain, and these are in the white and rose red color. Here you go. You see that these are a low cut, very bright pink, so I do like that. So it'll be interesting to see how these feel on. Next is this yoga and fitness sports tennis skirt by W Gym. Here it is, a nice pretty pink I decided to go with, and you'll see that it has shorts underneath. And yes, in case you're wondering, there is a pocket, so I do have a spot to put my phone. It is only on the right side, however. There is not a pocket on both sides, just the one side. Next is a crossback sports bra, and this is by Darlick Shop. And here's what it looks like. There is the back. Thank goodness the pads are removable on the inside, because I know these tend to drive a lot of people crazy. So the things that I'm going to be looking for here are, one, does it actually keep everything where it's supposed to be? And number two, is it going to chafe? Next, we have a women's sports top by Chew Yoga Movement. Here we go, just a nice loose fitting shirt, tech material, open back to allow some breeze to get through. So there's that. And finally, we have a women's knit lightweight running shoe done by Han Grace for women. These smell like a shoe store. So there you go, just plain black running type shoes. We'll see how these actually do out on the road. Since these were only $13.48, I'm not expecting much out of these, but I decided to get them in a style that I would wear probably with jeans and a t-shirt. So no huge loss if I don't run in these ever again. So now that we have everything out of the package, then we are going to actually put these on and go for a test run. All right, I have worked out in all this gear for the past hour, and we're gonna go inside, get cleaned up, and talk a little bit about how everything worked out. Let's go. So now that we're back inside, let's take a look at everything and see what we thought. And we'll start with the sports watch. Now, if you're expecting this to be like an Apple Watch, it's not. This is closer to some of the newer Fitbits in that it has a touch screen. It keeps track of workouts. It keeps track of your steps, your calories, your heartbeat, and things like that. So it is very, very much like a Fitbit. The screen itself is somewhat glitchy in that it tended to hop around. This is not intuitive at all. It didn't really come with any instructions other than setup instructions. So it takes a little bit to figure out how to use. However, if you are first starting out in running, if you are a brand new runner, if you're new to fitness and you just need something to kind of fill in the gaps until you decide how much you actually want to spend on an actual sport watch and what brand you want to go with and so on, then this can definitely fill in the gaps for the time being and help you keep track of what you need to keep track of. You can see that I wore the watch on one arm and my Apple Watch on the other arm so that I could compare what I was getting and compare them both to Strava to see how accurate it was. You can see a comparison here of what I got on the watch, what I got on my Apple Watch, and what Strava said, and you can see that the measurement was actually fairly accurate. So while it's not the most fantastic model, it does serve a very good purpose. It's cheap, and this is something that you could easily just kind of use for a while to figure out what kind of actual sports watch you want to sink several $100s into. Next, we have the compression socks. These were super comfy, super easy to get on. You could definitely feel the compression in there. There were no hot spots. There was nothing that rubbed me the wrong way. So these were a definite good purchase. I like these a lot, and I will definitely be using these again. Next, we're going to take a look at the sports bra. I was looking at how well it worked and did it chafe me anywhere. And the good news is it did not chafe anywhere. Usually I will chafe here or underneath the bust line on the band, and I did not chafe any of those places. This was soft. It was comfortable. As far as how well it worked, if you are top heavy like me and you are looking for something that is high compression, this is not high compression. This is medium at best. So, I mean, it does work, but if you are looking for something to really hold everything in, this is not what you would want to go with, but it does work very well. So if you tend to be a smaller chested person, then this would definitely be a great, fantastic purchase. If you are a little bit bustier, then this is good, but not great. Next up is the top, and it was comfortable. It was breezy, it was airy. I loved wearing this. It did wick moisture away from me. This, I believe, was intended to be crop top length. However, I am very short-waisted, so crop tops tend to be regular length on me. So it was a very good fit. So keep in mind that if you are not a crop top fan, this may not be one that you want to get, but it was super airy, light, very nice to wear. Next up was the skirt with the shorts underneath. I really, really wish that this had pockets on both sides instead of just one side. So that was a huge drawback to these. But other than that, I love the high waist on these, held everything in. It was very comfortable. I will say that this was a much shorter inseam than I am used to, as I am a member of Team Thunder Thighs. So I do tend to be a little bit picky on how long the inseam is. But, you know, if you are using Body Glide or something like that, then you've got nothing to worry about there. Other than that, super comfortable. I do worry about the fact that the hem is completely unfinished, so I don't know exactly how long that hem would last, but for what you pay for this, this is a fairly good bottom to wear. And finally, we come to these shoes. Now, these are super duper lightweight. However, the upper is just like one big mesh sock, and then there is really just no supports to the lowers at all. So when I actually went for a run in these, it felt like running on a 2x4 strapped to a sock. There was no real support to these around the foot where you really need it the most. Thankfully, I got these in a style that I wouldn't mind wearing out with jeans or something like that, but these are much better suited for running errands than running miles. So there you go. There is a look at a running kit that I put together for under $50 using Temu. So what did you think? Did you find this informative or helpful? Why don't you let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the channel. Just click that button below. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it keeps you up to date on all the running adventures I'm having all the time. Don't forget to follow me on social media. You can find all the links down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you could be here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I'll see you later.